Welcome back. Well, by now it's likely your child is getting used to online learning, which is good because there are so many prominent institutions offering their resources for free. Dr. Melissa Westendorf from the Technology Wellness Center is here with a few recommendations for you to add in. Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me. I think, I've heard so many parents talking about online school, hybrid schooling, virtual school, all these different forms. What do you think about it as somebody who's, very in touch with it as well as the technology portion?
It it's been such a struggle, and I hear parents talking about, maybe their kids aren't in school long enough, they're only there till noon. What do I do with them for the rest of the day? And I know I've had some of these same concerns, and it's sort of like I'm going to throw all the spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks and what works best for my kids. So I did find some of these really cool free resources that we can use to help our kids kind of move along academically.
Do you personally feel like the structure of keeping the same hours that they were used to is a good idea, or is it okay to kind of let them off the hook early in the day?
I think in some respects it's okay because they are on screen for so long. And so I do like that. I do like some of the schools have been giving some certain breaks so that they are away from their screen for a certain portion of the day. But it's really hard. It's nice to have them engaged like a normal school day because we are kind of moving in and out of hybrid versus all virtual. And so it keeps them accustomed to what is going to happen if it's a hybrid or maybe eventually in person all day.
Yeah, well, it's good. I like that idea. They are in front of the screen a lot, so give them a little break. I think parents just sometimes
Yeah.
don't need the break themselves with the kids. So it's nice to keep them occupied. But these are great ideas. And we're going to break it down by younger kids and high school kids, some different opportunities they have to supplement this learning. So let's start with some of the younger kids stuff. What is the Khan Academy?
Yeah, so the Khan Academy is a free online resource, and it has such a wide variety. So it can help kids in many academic areas, but it actually also has tools for parents who are struggling with distance learning. So helping, it has schedules that you can follow. It gives you advice, parents' advice on, how to do this distant remote learning, which I thought is really good because some parents are struggling, like, what do I do? And again, it's just like trying to look at as many examples and see what works for your kid, knowing that it may not work for every kid in your household, right? So we have to be a little more flexible. And so it's a great resource for parents and for kids.
How about NASA? I think a lot of kids would just get excited to be able to do something with them.
Yeah, so I even went down the rabbit hole of the
Yeah.
NASA website. It is so interesting. I mean, they have a moon section, they have the Mars section. They have something going on live today where they're handing over control to the space station to new people or something. I don't know. I wasn't able to get into it because it's not happening until this afternoon. But it's just really cool things. And so it's not so much, like writing down on a piece of paper, filling out the math homework, but really learning about it in a unique way live, what's going on. And so that's an awesome opportunity.
I love that. I would totally go down that rabbit hole too. I love all things space. Also,
Right.
Smithsonian is offering things. Is this more based on history? Do you know what their focus is?
Their focus is wide ranging as well. They have so many different museums. The one that I looked up this morning, they have a new drop of a podcast that's all about gorillas.
Oh,
And so there you can go, animals, you can do history. Again, it's a wide variety of topics because of all of the museums they have. It's just, like even with the podcast, like that's a unique opportunity. The kids can just listen to it without having their eyes on the screen. So again, just trying to throw everything at the wall to see what sticks for our kids, I think is probably the best approach we can take at this point.
I like that spaghetti noodle analogy. Okay, we only have about a minute left, but I do want to hit some of the high school stuff. So let's go through it kind of quick. What do you think? This is there's just online courses. Is this an actual name? MOOC?
Right, right. It is. They're called MOOCs, but
Okay.
they're massive open online courses. And what I liked about this was it lets high schoolers traverse through what kind of colleges they might like too, because these are all offered by different schools. So if you go to the website, again, it's massive online open credits. Again, it's a lot of different topics, but you can take and they're free. I think it can help get a kid kind of knowing like, okay, what's my area of interest? What do I like? I guess there is a pay for maybe a certificate from the course, but you don't have to do it. It's not something that really goes on your resume, when you're applying to schools, like, oh, I have these extra credits, but it can show admissions committees, maybe this is your area of interest, or it can help kids explore interests. So I was just thinking with,
Pretty cool.
I'm even my own kids with any kind of downtime they have, to encourage them to look at these online courses, even if they don't finish them, just to get started with them to see if they like it.
Thanks so much for joining me today. Good to see you, Melissa.
Good to see you.
All right, you can learn more about Dr. Westendorf and the Technology Wellness Center. Head to our website, themorningblend.com.